This video is going to be a lot longer than the others, and it's going to be a little bit hindered because most of the people that tell you how to do frying stick-free on a stainless steel pan, they have a fancy setup. They got the camera mounted over top of the kitchen, and the tripod for me is right in the way of where I want to be standing to do this. So I gotta bend my back silly, everything is at a weird angle. However, it's the only way I can do it. And remember, it's no edits, because everybody else is showing you how to do, to fry on a stainless steel pan, and it's heavily edited, and you never know really how they arrive at it. And they also try to sell you temperature guns or things you put on it, and it's edited, and then you try it, and it doesn't work. And I was the same way. So I'll keep talking after I get things started. This is an old General Electric range. And the burner that I'm using is set, well, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, the 5th dot. I mean, if you have this range, which you probably don't. So anyway, you want to be hitting like the lower temperatures. Just in case we were wondering what temperature it was at. And I'll remind you, this is going to take a while. However, I'm going to show you how to do it. So this is already good and hot. And here's the, make sure it's nice and clean. Well, of course it's clean. This is the frying pan I'm using. It's stainless steel. And it says on the bottom, Jamie Oliver. Yeah, you'll just have to pause it if you want to get another look at it. Jamie Oliver. Yeah. And it's cheap. Now when it comes to the stainless steel frying pans, you can spend a ton of money, and I want to start with the cheap one because they all should work. And I'm not sponsored by this. There's the packaging, and Jamie Oliver is telling you the same line here, which is once you get a drop of water and it bounces around, you're good to go. Jamie Oliver, he just wants you to buy it and make it sound easy. It's not that easy, because you've all seen that trick where the guy puts the water and it jumps around like a marble or a ball bearing, and it's like, that's the right temperature, and now you can make this happen. That's a lie. Because they never show you the whole process, and the variables are, look, I gotta get started, because if it's all just talking and no action, you're gonna click off. So we have a cheap stainless steel frying pan. Believe me, that's cheap. And nice and clean. Oh, I better show it again. That's the Jamie Oliver. Yeah. Okay. So I'm gonna give it 3 minutes to warm up. So there she is. Cold pan, cold pan. 3 minutes. All right. So at 6:20 on my clock here. I wish there was a counter there in the bottom. There isn't. So we're going to give it 3 minutes. So at 6:20 on my clock, we're going to get started. I'll have to move this. There. I said no edits. I just got to go grab a couple things, all right? I'll keep talking as I go. Well, it doesn't matter. This is just a demonstration. Okay. Hang on. All right, now I can go back to talking. So what you want to avoid are the what is it? You got a Teflon pan, and it's great because everything is non-stick. Of course, you know when it starts to flake off. I don't think it's so much flaking off. It's when you get it up to high temperatures, it starts to turn into a gas or something. Anyway, the Teflon pan is unhealthy, and so you got two options to be healthy, which is cast iron or stainless steel. Cast iron can be seasoned over time, and it will become somewhat non-stick, and it improves with age. The problem is with cast iron, most people are iron deficient, so they can take some extra iron leaching from a cast iron pan. The thing is, if you have too much iron, then you're going to get extra iron from the cast iron pan, which you don't want because it's not healthy. Okay, so what do I got? I put a minute and 20 left. So this is better, unless you want to be running and getting blood tests all the time and finding out what your iron levels are, and then you can say, well, I can stand to take some more iron off of a cast iron pan. It's time consuming, and I don't know, it does cost some money. So this is the way to go. Yet people show you the little ball bearing trick, and then you put your fried eggs on here, and it doesn't work. And I was at the point of saying, look, I'm just gonna, give this to the Goodwill. I mean, you can't sell this on eBay, used frying pan. Just give it away and give up on it, because I was trying, and I tried with the ball bearing trick. That's supposed to indicate when you're ready to go. Okay, now it's time for me to get going. At 6:20, I'm gonna put oil on here. Okay, this is cheap. It's in a plastic bottle. You see, everything, this is all in my way. Okay, hang on. 6:20. 6:20, I gotta put a tablespoon in. Okay. 1 tablespoon. And let me write down, at 8:20, I'm going to put butter in. Make sure it covers. Okay. So, oh yeah, that's right. This is what I was using. It's cheap, Canadian no-name brand in a plastic bottle, which is clear. You're supposed to have, extra virgin in a glass bottle, which is dark. So, here, this is plastic bottle, clear. So this is the cheapest olive oil you can get. I just need to show that it will work with the cheapest stuff. Let me adjust the camera. Okay, at 8:20. Let me get my butter ready. Okay, this is a tablespoon of butter. It goes in about 10 seconds. And then we're going to give it 2 minutes. Tablespoon of butter. I think they call this a French tablespoon. It's a little bit extra. Hey, there. Hurry up, there's all over the place. There. And at 10:20, we're going to put an egg in. So that gives us 2 minutes. Move it around. Now I'm going to try a bit of a trick when at 10:20. So about a minute and 10 seconds away. These are cold eggs. Like some people say, oh, they have to be at room temperature. Who wants to mess with that stuff? Okay, 10:20, I gotta keep track. So it's 3 minutes to heat it up. Then you put the oil in. 2 minutes for the oil to get heated up. And then it's 2 minutes for the butter. And then you put the egg in. So, now I'm going to try to do a bit of a trick on the first egg. I already know this is going to work. Yet if I really get lucky, I can get it all over the place without even touching it. Okay, we've got 20 seconds. 10 seconds. Okay, 5 seconds. Yeah, I did it. Now this is just a show-off trick. Okay, what's the time on that? Okay, 12:20. That'll be 2 minutes. I'm a little distracted here because this is the trick. I can't even talk right now. So this is a show-off trick. This is apart from what I was going to show you later. And this is all one take. Keep moving. You don't have to do this trick to make it non-stick. This is just a show-off trick. I just want to get it cooked. After 2 minutes, I'm going to pull it off. You might like it cooked a little bit longer. Twelve twenty. I'm a little distracted right now, because this is a trick. Usually when I do this trick, you just have to move it. You don't have to bang it or anything. This is just like an extra thing. What is it, 12:20? 12:20 is 2 minutes? Okay, but 15 seconds. But 10 seconds. But 3 seconds. Okay. Now there's your non-stick, huh? There. Let me grab it. Pull it off here. Oh, come here. And, the other side of it, well, first the yolk is nice and runny. And the other side, well, that's kind of nice brownish. Still a lot of white there. You know, I could have pulled it off at 1 minute. So, now, let's do one at 2 minutes. And I will let it anchor itself. I gotta write everything down for the time. Okay, I will let it anchor itself. Oh. Okay, 13:20 on my clock here. So it's anchored itself, and I'm going to gently get the oil and butter underneath where it's bubbling up. This is not like the big performance I did before. And even this is not necessary. Because when I do the third one, I'm just going to let it sit there for 3 minutes. She's anchored. And 2 minutes, which will be what, 15:20 on my clock? 15:20. Okay, that's it. It's okay. So before I forget to tell you, everybody's range is different. Everybody's stainless steel pan is different. So whenever the others, they show it to you, like, look, just wait for the drops and you put it in here and there, it's non-stick. And then you try it, it doesn't work. You've got to find, there are too many variables. You've got to find the sweet spot between your burner and your frying pan, which are always going to be different. And what works here is, I got it. 2 minutes, I got to pull it off. 20 seconds. What works here is the frying pan, what size is this pan? I don't know. I was gonna find out what size the pan is. I'll put it in the description. I'll put it in there later. Whatever this pan size is. Okay, we're gonna have that's 2 minutes. 2 minutes. There. That's 2 minutes. Is that non-stick or what? Pull it over here where we have the other one. Come here, come here. Okay, well the yolk is already broken because I'm pushing it around. And the other side's a little bit browner. It's not burned or nothing, it's 2 minutes. Tiny little bit was in there. That doesn't even count. The thing is, leaving it for longer is supposed to help it get released. So, you see, I could have started this way instead of trying to show off at the start. I'm going to put one in there for 3 minutes. There's a piece of shell in there, I'm just going to leave it. So on my clock here, when it gets past 20 minutes, because I started that at 17 minutes on my timer, 17 minutes and a couple of seconds, I'm not going to move nothing, I'm not doing nothing, it's just going to sit there for 3 minutes. What was I saying? Oh yeah, so it's the variable of whatever pan you have, whatever burner you have, and then you gotta find the sweet spot in the lower temperatures by experimentation. It's gonna take some time. With the pan you have, the burner you have, the temperatures that you have, start around the lower temperature. And what works here, as I was saying, for the size of this pan, let me see if I can find the size of it. It says 28 centimeters. 28 centimeters. This is obviously for the Canadian market. It's made in China, though. And, oh, wait a minute. It still won't tell you how many inches it is. Okay, 28 centimeters, whatever that is inches. So for this, 1 tablespoon of olive oil first, and then 1 tablespoon of butter. This was unsalted butter. I don't know how salted makes any difference, good or bad. So 1 tablespoon of cheap olive oil, one first, couple minutes, and then 1 tablespoon of unsalted cheap butter, couple minutes, and then you're ready to go. And the first one I did was all over the place. The second one, I moved the stuff a little bit, and for this one, I'm not touching it, I'm not screwing around with it at all. I'm letting it sit there for 3 minutes, we'll see what happens. So we're about 50 seconds to go. This is all, cooking right in front of you. This is just to prove it to you, with no edits. Like the others, they make a very fast video. They make 5 minutes. They do the little trick with the water acting like a marble or a ball bearing, and then they say, "Here, look, it's that easy." And there's all kinds of edits. And then you try it, and it doesn't work. So at 10 seconds. Okay, that's been 3 minutes. So here it is, 3 minutes. Look at that. Look at that. You see? a little bit longer makes it easier. Now the second one left a little bit behind. This didn't leave anything behind. So right off. You saw what little work I had to do. All I did just goose it a little. It was off. Let me get that shell out of there. Yeah. All right, never mind the shell. So let's put this over here. There. And the yolk is still nice and wet. Other side. 3 minutes. This isn't all that important. It's a little bit more brown because you let it cook longer. I mean, it's not really the big deal, but the thing is, I want to show you non-stick cooking. So, you know, just for fun, I'm going to put one more on while I'm talking. Okay, where is it? Coming up on my clock, 21:50. So what was I saying? Yeah, so there you go. Oh, that was it. If you want to mix up a bunch in an omelet, and you pour it in there, the whole thing, as you pour in like an omelet, like you got 4 or 5 eggs, and you pour it all in there, I'm not going to mess with this one. You just move it a little bit after it's in, move it a little bit, shake it a little bit, and then the whole thing will start moving. And then you cook it for as long as you want. I think after 2 minutes is pretty good because I don't want to overcook it. And the whole thing slides out. It's just this thing is already too long as it is. What was the time for this? 24:50. So at 2 more minutes, I'm going to see if we can do this one too. Just letting it sit there. I didn't screw around with it. I just laid it down. But let's see after 3 minutes. So yeah, of course, you can, you know, if you had to put a bunch more on, they'd all be reacting the same way. What was that thing again? 24:50. So we got about 1 minute and 30 seconds. So you just gotta put the work into it. You gotta play with the temperature, starting with the low temperatures in your pan. Like it is your range, lower temperatures, your frying pan model. And for me, for this size pan, 28 centimeters, whatever it was, I'll put the inches down here somewhere. One tablespoon of olive oil first, 2 minutes, let it wait, heat. And then you put 1 tablespoon of butter. You let that heat up for 2 minutes, you mix it all together, and then you can get going. And if you really got some finesse on it, you can make it jump around right at the start. You don't even have to touch it. And I showed you. And then, you know, for 2 minutes, you make her come off, no problem. And for 3 minutes, it really just jumps off, even easier. So I'm going to pull this one off at the 3 minute mark, and then we're done. Yeah, and share this one, and like it, and comment. And tell other people, it's like, this is the way you really do it. Because you get a stainless steel frying pan, I want to have my fried eggs, I don't want to have the Teflon, and then I do that trick and it doesn't work. Well, this is the trick. Kind of just let the egg, you know, carry the show. Where are we? 24:50. 24:50, okay. Alright, that's been 3 minutes. Look at that. Non-stick fried eggs on a stainless steel pan. You really can do it. It just takes a bit of work to put together your range, your model of range, your model of frying pan, a little olive oil, a little butter. Look at that. Huh? What has Teflon got to say with that? Who needs it? And no iron leaching from a cast iron. There you go. With no edits. Share this. Like it. This is the way. Pull her off. Okay, we're done at the 26-minute mark. Thanks very much. Share it. Like it.